everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's game, passing may come at a cost. The Cowboys are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Rams, who will be testing that coverage.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go play action here on first down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Elliott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2nd down, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Prescott on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. A good pickup there of 22.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. A first down carry by Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Defense showing blitz. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Prescott now on second down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. With about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd and 2, Nelson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Looking to throw. Nelson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down near the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Nelson to throw on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Potter. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And now here's a carry heading left. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Set to throw is Nelson. To throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. A dump off to Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. First and 10, Prescott. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Now Prescott. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll go deep down. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Part of what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well. Yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Nelson throwing after the interception. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Nelson now throwing on first down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now Nelson on first down. And that is incomplete here.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Nelson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nelson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll be first down Rams.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Here's Nelson on 1st and 10. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Set to throw is Nelson. To throw again. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So on fourth down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? Be able to get some points on the board, feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A nice gain of 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A first down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Gerald McCoy with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. To throw is Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Prescott. Past the 20. Over the middle, complete. It's Dixon. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
take this one up to about the 23. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Nelson throwing on first down. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Nelson now looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Nelson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups we're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down. Red zone opportunity. First down, Prescott. That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Shift together here from the D-line. A handoff left, Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. A try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Pick it up. Hurry up, here we go. Boom, land it.
Back to throw. Nelson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Nelson from the gun, he'll throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Nelson on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Set to throw is Nelson. To throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Nelson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is knocked down from the side at the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Nelson looking to throw on second down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
All right, here we go.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Nelson now on 1st and 10. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now Nelson throwing again on 2nd and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 1-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. offense looks to punch it in here from the one on. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
They go to Elliott again. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Right on the 30-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The play clock's running down. Prescott now. And now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here's Nelson throwing on 1st down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Set to throw is Nelson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Nelson. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Nelson on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Taken right around the 44. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at FedEx Field. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Here we go. Check it, look. Check.
And now here's a carry heading left. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.